Hi everyone. Today we're going to be discussing landing page design best practices. So if you're struggling to drive conversions through your landing pages, take a listen to these and see if maybe there's some changes that you can make to help increase your conversion rate. So the first best practice is to keep your CTAs above the fold. And what that term actually comes from is with newspapers, obviously there's the fold and then there's the top half and the bottom half. And so on web pages, it's similar. When a user first lands on your page, you want your CTA to be visible right there. You don't want to have them scroll down to find exactly what you're offering. The second best practice is one call to action or goal per page. The goal of a landing page and the idea of a landing page is to be really specific to one thing. So you don't want to have schedule a demo, talk to a rep, view video, download white paper, and all these other misleading CTAs on a form, because it can distract the user and make the buyer's journey even more difficult to follow. So the idea is each landing page should be focused towards one specific goal that you want the user to complete. The third best practice is to include social proof or testimonials. This one is pretty common, but a lot of people seem to forget this on their landing pages, but it's one of the biggest driving factors to get someone to actually not only just land on your page and then convert. If they can see that other people are happy with their service or are happy with even the offer that you have a landing page set up for, then they'll be much more likely to convert in the end. The fourth best practice is to align your landing page forms with your offer. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you're offering a white paper, you probably don't need to ask how many employees they have at their company. You probably don't need to ask what their job title is even, or what their marketing budget is, for example. That might cause friction in the actual conversion process, and they might not fully convert and complete the form. That being said, if you are offering a free search assessment or you're having them request a consultation, then those additional questions probably are necessary so you get a better idea of how to frame the conversation that you're going to have with this lead. But the goal is to make sure that the amount of information you request on a form aligns with the value of the offer that the user is actually filling out the form for. The fifth best practice is to use directional design to help bolster your CTAs. So this can be either an arrow that's slightly bouncing up or down. We use this on one of our landing pages, as you'll see in a video right here. And what it does is it just helps draw the user's eye to, like how I mentioned before, the main goal of that landing page. The sixth best practice is to include important information about your offer. Again, this seems self-explanatory, but sometimes people will build out a whole landing page without really telling the user what they're going to get when they complete the form and download whatever it is you're offering. So if it's a white paper, have a nice little synopsis of what they're going to get. If it's a search assessment, have a video explaining what exactly goes into that search assessment. What are they going to get? Why should they trust you with their information? What's the value proposition for them? And then the seventh best practice is to use tools to analyze your user experience. So we use a tool here called Hotjar. It allows us to actually view user recordings on our landing page. It gives us heat maps so we know how much of the page people are reading. We can figure out where we should put our important information. If people are only going 50% of the way down the page, then let's move our important information above that level so that we can analyze how our users are reacting to the page and set up the page to be the best user experience for them. Try any of these tips out, and hopefully you'll see an increase in your conversions.